I don't get what's going on. All of a sudden, everybody wants to get into the trucking business. We got 3 good months and that's it. We get flooded with requests, flooded with phone calls, with guys wanting to come into our industry. Have we all forgotten what we went through in the last 24 months? Well, if you forgot, let me remind you about our trucking industry. Number 1, freight rates can be extremely volatile. I know that we're seeing $3 a mile, $2.99, $2.98, $2.67, but we also need to remember what it was like at $2.05, at $2.10, when everybody was losing money in our industry. So you have to take that into account. The rates are not always going to stay where they are. Yes, they've been here for the last 4 months, has been pretty steady, and it's climbing month over month, but we do also need to remember, guys, that freight rates were $1.99, $1.02, $1.04, and it was like that for 18 months. And we saw a lot of closures happening. So please don't forget that, or at least keep that in the back of your mind when you're getting into this industry, or for those of you guys that are thinking of going out there and buying a truck. Number 2, fuel prices can go all over the place. So just in the last year alone, I've seen the national average be at $3.50 a gallon. I've seen it at $4.50 a gallon. I've even seen them at $5.50 a gallon. That is a huge difference. For an owner-operator, that could be a monthly expense of $6,000 a month versus a monthly expense of close to $9,000, $10,000 a month if you're a long-haul truck driver. Remember that. There is no stability with fuel prices. Number 3, customers can stop shipping all of a sudden. So, we've definitely seen this happen where Canadian manufacturing plants, even US manufacturing plants, they can lose their contracts. They can lose their agreements. All of a sudden, there's a tariff in place and they're not shipping anymore. I've seen manufacturing plants that had 30, 40, 50 loads a week go down to 3, 4, and 5 loads a week. No joke. Now, the next part I'm gonna get into is the upkeep of these trucks, these trailers. So this is what they charge $20,000, $30,000 for? There is a lot of repairs and maintenance, and hourly labor rates is only getting worse over the years. When I started back in 2006, labor rates were about $65, $75 an hour. Today, I've seen them go up to $240, $265 an hour for labor rates. So in order to fix these trucks, they're getting a lot more expensive. Trucks themselves right now have been on a spike, about 25% increase just in the last 4 months. If I took a 4-year-old Cascadia today versus a 4-year-old Cascadia 6 months ago, the price is about 25% more expensive right now than it was about 6 months ago. Now, you also have to understand fuel is paid today and receivables are paid within 30 to 60 days. So when you do a job, when you are hauling a load, those invoices are only paid for in about 30 to 60 days unless you're using a factoring company. If you need me to introduce you to a factoring company, just comment the word factoring. But if you are on the hunt for one, remember 3 things. Number 1, when you look for a factoring company, no recourse, no reserve, and same-day funding. If your factoring company does not offer all 3 things, you need to find yourself a company that does, and if you want me to introduce you to one, I could definitely do it. So, receivables are usually paid within 30 to 60 days if you're holding on to those receivables. If you're factoring, then you get paid right away and you'll have the money for fuel. Now, another great thing, fuel. If you need a line of credit out there, I know the last 24 months have been brutal. I myself have felt it with my own fleet, but there is a company out there that integrates fuel cards with a line of credit. Okay, so whenever you're filling up that truck, that receivable is still not being sold, meaning you always have to have money in your bank unless you have a line of credit. Now, for those of you that don't have a line of credit, I actually had a really cool presentation done for me yesterday about a company that gives line of credits to owner operators and small fleet owners. You would have to apply for credit, then you would receive a fuel card with fuel discounts on it, and once they see the usage of that card, they will pre-approve you for that line of credit. So anybody who's interested or wants more info, just comment the word credit and I'll send it over to you. Now, another thing we need to remember is this industry has a ton of expenses, okay? Don't forget this because everybody's running into it. Everybody wants to get into the game. But guys, don't forget, you need money. Truck payments, trailer payments, commercial insurance, cargo insurance, license plates and registration, all paid for upfront. Insurance, first and last, you have to pay up front. IRP fees, IFTA reporting, ELD subscription, dashcam subscriptions, dashcam installations, load board subscriptions, factoring fees, dispatch fees, accounting and bookkeeping fees, okay, and business banking fees. These are all things that we pay for every single month. So you need to come out of the bubble that you live in. I know that you guys think it's extremely profitable right now, but you need to be made aware of what you're getting into. Realistically, don't fall for all the nonsense that you're gonna be rich and you're gonna have gazillions of dollars once you get into this industry. This industry fluctuates up and down constantly. Okay, sometimes there is work, sometimes there's no work. Sometimes we have a great year or two followed by a bad year or two. Sometimes you have 2-3 good years followed by really, really bad 2 years, which we just had right now. For whatever reason you think that our industry is easy, that it's money-making machine, it's not, okay? And I'm gonna burst your bubble because it's not. It's very hard. We grind hard, we work hard, and sometimes it is rewarding, but sometimes it could be not rewarding. So if you are thinking of getting into our industry, I've created a ton of content on how to open up your trucking company, how to become an owner-operator, what the right things are to look for when you're buying a truck. So make sure that you're utilizing the free information that's out there on our channels. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'm Ronen, and I'll catch you in my next one.